Hello, in this video I am going to show you how to plaster a ceiling with lime hydro plaster. This is a very old method that exists for over 1,500 years. Plastering a ceiling is a bit more complicated than plastering a wall because with the ceiling you have to fight gravity. The plaster has a certain tendency, a bias to come down, to fall down, if you make mistakes. So there are certain things that you have to keep in mind. One thing is the thickness of the layer. The thickness of one layer must not be more than the 3 or 4 times the size of the largest grain of sand you use. So, for example, if the largest grain is 2 millimeters, then the thickness of one layer must not be thicker than 8 millimeters, or 3 inches, I guess, in English. And so that is to say, you have to apply one layer and then you have to wait. You have to wait 1 or 2 days in order that the first layer gets dry. And then you apply the second or third layer, depending on the thickness of the total of what you would like to plaster. In our case it was 3 centimeters, so it's about 3 to 4 layers that we had to apply. What is also important is the chemical process. Lime hydroplaster does not get hard in absorbing water. It absorbs carbon dioxide from the air. This is a process that takes very long, and that is why we can let pass a few days in between applying several layers. It doesn't happen very much in between. What is also important is, in order to have a smooth surface at the end, you should use these structural sections that you apply before, fix before with a special sort of mortar. I don't know the name of this mortar in English, but you find it in the hardware store, I think. And but if you have fixed these sections onto the wall, it is important that you do not go with this, trowel into the same direction in applying the plaster, the lime hydro plaster, because you do always have to exercise the same pressure. If there is a different pressure, then the plaster comes down where is the least pressure. So that is why you have to go into this direction. I think applying several layers also helps you to avoid cracks that come into being if the mortar, the plaster shrinks, and it shrinks if it gets dry. And that is why it's better to apply several layers, that each layer has the chance to dry out a bit before you apply the next layer of plaster.